Oh, good morning, everybody. John here, Hall of Justice Comics, coming to you live. It is Thursday, May 13th. It is about 11 o'clock Mountain Time. Store just opened. I'm here live with you all to talk about Final Order Cutoff. But before we go there, I'm just going to throw this out there. Last week, our FOC video got removed from Facebook. And we got a notification that said that the video was pulled because we didn't follow Facebook sales protocol. We were basically in violation of one of their policies for selling on Facebook. And so I opened up a ticket with the gal from Facebook, and I said, we're not selling anything. I mean, we are in a roundabout sort of way. This is an informational video where we're promoting comic books that are due to be ordered, in a couple of days. And so, we're not selling anything. And the only thing that I could think of, there's a clause in their selling policy regarding selling digital downloads. And so I didn't know if the whole Batman Fortnite thing, because there was a second print of number 4 that was on FOC last week. I didn't know if that maybe flagged something in their algorithms. So as a result of that, starting this week, if you go to I'll show you right. No, I can't show you right here. That's all the metrics about the stream sales, so never mind. If you're watching this live with us, in the description of the video, I copied a link to the post that I make on Facebook. I always do that post before we do this live show. Click on that link. You're welcome. Please participate and comment and all that sort of stuff. But our video got taken down last Monday as I was sitting down, and I had literally just finished putting everybody's requests in to Comic Suite for the comics that they wanted to order, and then it got taken down. So if people commented after that, I don't know. The last person that I was working with was Tom Wright. Tom Wright was commenting, and I was taking his comments and ordering the books for him literally as he was commenting. And then I looked away and I looked back, and there was a notification that Facebook had removed our video because we were in violation of their selling policies. So as a result of that, and I can't stress to you enough, please click on, watch the video, pay attention with me. We're going to talk about some fun stuff this week, but if you can, please click on the link to the post, maybe open a new tab and have that link open in a new tab for you, and make your comment requests on the Facebook post that has the Supergirl image that's on our regular Hall of Justice Facebook page. That way, that's not going to get removed. That's always going to be up there, hopefully, unless we're ticking some kind of box, on their end that we're not following the rules. That's literally the only thing that I could think of was the Batman Fortnite scenario. So thank you, Sean. I know Sean is on there. I saw Cooper Cuddy. I got to figure out a way to get. I wonder if I can do. Nope, that's going to actually do the same thing. So you're not going to be able to see it. So I'll have to figure a way to maybe minimize this window and drag this over here. And then I can see, nope, let's take, there we go. Then I can see comments, there we go. Then I can watch the stream sale. I can check the comments out. Hopefully you guys are still seeing the video. I don't know what's going on here. But we're definitely still live, I think. Yeah, we're live. Okay, we got 9 viewers, cool. But yeah, if you look at the main post on Facebook, shut up, John. Let me get that out of here. You can see the links. I posted them twice. There's one at the top and one at the bottom. Click that link, go to the main Facebook post, and make your comments for the things that you would like there. Just in case we get hit again with some BS thing and we couldn't even appeal the process. Yay, Facebook. But that's I'm going to get off my soapbox now, and we'll dive into Final Order Cutoff. So the stuff that we're talking about on FOC today, again, FOC, Final Order Cutoff, It is our last chance as a comic book store to adjust our numbers on books that are going to ship out in about a month. So the books that we're talking about for DC are on FOC this Sunday, May 16th, and most of the titles are in store June 9th. Everybody else, Dark Horse, Marvel, Image, IDW, Dynamite, FOC is Monday, May 17th, also with an in-store date of June 9th. So here we go. The last thing that I want to bring note to this little section right here, there weren't a ton of covers, all of the Marvel second prints, but covers that were in bold when I wrote this up last night were not available at the time that I wrote this up. And this information that you see behind me, that is on our website. So if you go to hallofjusticecomics.com, click on the blog, the FOC Roundup for May 13th is going to be the first thing that's up here. It should also be the first thing that you see on your screen right here. But I do this every Wednesday night. It's live on the website Wednesday night, and it's I usually then Thursday when I come into the store make a post on Facebook about it so that you guys can make all of your comments and figure out what you want to order. So from Dark Horse this week, we have The Secret Land, number 1 of 4. This sounds pretty cool. Hitler's dead. Ben and Catherine are supposed to be together and happy, but instead Ben fights in the war in the Pacific with the reckless heroism of one who believes his fiancée has been killed in action. Yet Catherine lives, undercover, and about to arrive at the Third Reich's last bastion. Something's waiting for her there, for all of them, and it's hungry. Written by Christopher Emgard with art by and cover by Thomas Aria. It's just a 4-issue miniseries, but if you like kind of that World War II quasi-historical fiction, The Secret Land may be right up your alley. 4-issue miniseries from the folks at Dark Horse on FOC on Monday. From DC, man, we got Joker number 4. Look at that. Main story, it's murder and mayhem in the jungles of South America, which pits the Joker. No, that doesn't make sense at all. With the Joker pitted against everyone hunting him. He's prepared for this massacre in a way only the Clown Prince of Crime can, but what secret does he whisper to Jim Gordon as the bullets fly? What is the true mystery? So cover A on the far left over there is by Guillaume March. There's Lady Bane, Bane's daughter. Her name is Vengeance, right there on the cover. That's pretty cool. So besides the Santa Prisca 1 per store or 1 in 50 variant for number 2, that's technically her first cover appearance, which is pretty rad. I didn't look through number 3 to see if she was in number 3 at all. The B cover, however, is why I wanted to feature this book this week. That is Astonishingly Creepy by Mr. Lucio Perillo for the B cover. And then the C cover that we have over here is by Edgecure. Edgecure, I don't know how you say his name. I think he's one of the Art Germ collective of artists featuring Punchline choking a guard out in Arkham. So 3 options for Joker number 4. Number 3 just hit the stands yesterday. Came out yesterday, so... Okay, here we go. Next from DC comes Represent number 1. This is just a one-shot. Here we go. Written by Christian Cooper, Jesse Holland, Regine Sawyer, Nadira Jamerson, Tara Roberts, Dominic Stanton, and Onyekachi Akalonu, with art by Aletha Martinez, Doug Braithwaite, Erica Battle, Brittany Williams, Yancey Labatt, Dominic Staten, Valentine Delandro, and others, celebrating powerful voices, collecting issues 1 through 7 of the revolutionary Digital First series. New voices present relevant topical visions of social change and personal histories, some true to life while others are semi-fictionalized accounts of real experiences. All have one thing in common: innovative styles and compelling stories which examine how our culture builds understanding, tracing society's arc towards justice as we evolve in a pursuit of a more just and compassionate world. Just be nice to one another. I mean, that's the long and short of it all. Includes talent spotlights. Jules, a black teenager, is given a pair of old binoculars as he heads out for a morning of birdwatching in Central Park. He soon learns the binoculars show him a lot more than birds, and maybe they keep him safe, too. Jesse Holland's Mississippi farm has been in his family since their first ancestor was freed from slavery, tended by his grandfather and his father before him. But as Jesse grows into a man, he's unsure if a patch of land in the piney woods and a life of tilling soil is his true destiny. But destiny can mean so much more than dirt and a tractor. Lanice's passion for cooking and desire for a career in the culinary arts are challenged by the source of her inspiration, her father, who is concerned about his only daughter working in a kitchen like so many black Americans before her. This and many, many more in this massive, oversized 100-page one-shot that is going to be $9.99 called Represent. It's pretty cool. So it collects a 7-issue digital-first miniseries. Okay. Next from DC, we've got Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, 8-issue miniseries. Kara Zor-El has seen some epic adventures over the years, but finds her life without meaning or purpose. Here she is, a young woman who saw her planet destroyed and was sent to Earth to protect a baby cousin who ended up not needing her. That kind of sucks. What was it all for? Wherever she goes, people only see her through the lens of Superman's fame. Just when Supergirl thinks she's had enough, everything changes. An alien girl seeks her out for a vicious mission. Her world has been destroyed and the bad guys responsible are still out there. She wants revenge, and if Supergirl doesn't help her, she'll do it herself. I can't decide which screen to read from, sorry. Now a Kryptonian, a dog, and an angry, heartbroken child head out into space on a journey that will shake them to their very core. Cover A, right there on the far left, is by Beliquis Evely. Cover B, right here beside me, is by Mr. Gary Frank, and there is a D cover that is a blank cover so that you can get somebody to draw that on that for you. So, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, number 1 of 8. 8 little 8-issue miniseries. There you go. Okay? Next from DC comes Superman number 32, The End of the One Who Fell. Superman and Superboy were duped by the old divide and conquer routine, which is especially dangerous on a faraway planet where you can't tell who your enemy is. As the Shadow Breed makes their big move, Superman discovers what happened to the friend who originally sent the distress beacon that lured him and his son across the galaxy. Let's just hope it's not an answer that came too late. Elsewhere, back home on Earth, Jimmy Olsen leads his misfit team on the hunt for the sinister Projectress. Cover A on the far left over there is by John Timms. Cover B right here by me is by In-Hyuk Lee. And there is a C cover right there that is a Pride Month variant cover by Mr. David Talaski. So 3 options for Superman. It's kind of ironic that this whole story arc with the Shadow Breed and a distress beacon that's sent from another world is very similar. It's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who's also writing Alien for Marvel right now. So, you know, you can draw your conspiracy theory lines to the similarities between those two. Finally, from DC, we've got Wonder Woman number 773. All the treacherous roads of Asgard have led here, the fortress of the Valkyries. These deciders of death on the battlefield have grown tired of the ways of their world and have turned it upside down to remake it in their image. Can Wonder Woman broker peace between these mighty maidens and the men whose fate lie in their hands? This has the makings of a war our hero may never win. Meanwhile, in the Themyscira of old, Diana puts her quest to find the missing texts on hold to visit with Magala, the oldest Amazon on the island. Shunned by her sisters, this keeper of the Well of Souls has secrets to share, and our young hero is there to listen. Again, 3 covers for Wonder Woman. The A cover over there on the far left is by Travis Moore. The B cover is by Josh Middleton, which I don't have an image for, which is why it's up here in bold in the write-up. And last but not least, the C cover right there is the Pride variant by Paulina Ganushau. $4.99 and $5.99 respectively. A cover is $4.99. The B and the C covers are $5.99. Okay? I don't even know how to promote this next one, you guys. From Image this week comes Ant number 12. 14 years. That's for reals. That's for realsies. 14 years after its previous issue was published, Ant returns for Volume 1's awe-inspiring conclusion. 14 years. This special one-shot both wraps up the story already begun by series creator Mario Gully and serves as a completely self-contained introduction to Ant by Superstar creator Eric Larson. So you can buy issue 12 and then go dig up 1 through 11 from 14 years ago. Hey, it's kind of a weird light week for FOC. Hannah Washington has spent years looking for answers, and finally, 14 years later, her quest comes to its epic conclusion. Guest starring the dynamic Daredevil. Not Daredevil Hornhead, can't see. Daredevil, the old school guy with the boomerangs and the half and half Golden Age Daredevil. Cover A on the far left is by Mr. Eric Larson. Cover B right here beside me is by interior artist Mario Gully. So there you go. 14 years later, the finale to Volume 1, Ant number 12. Okay? From Image this week comes The 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, number 1. For fans of Chew and Assassination comes a new action mystery series from the Eisner Award nominees Chris Schweitzer and Kyle Starks. The world's most unlikable action star has been found dead, and his previous TV sidekicks are looking to solve the mystery. But how can you catch a murderer when almost everyone hated the victim? Now these sidekicks are going to learn what it means to be the stars of the show. That is, if any of them survive the Stunt Man War. Okay, 3 covers. The Pride cover for this one is ridiculous. Cover A on the very far left over there is by Mr. Chris Schweitzer, who is the interior artist as well. Cover B right here beside me is by Erica Henderson. And cover C, the Pride Month variant, there it is, kids, by Ed Lucy. Yeah, that is drinking beer with the shower cap in the shower with some pink soap. Okay? I don't know. From Marvel this week, we have Excalibur number 21, which happens to be a tie-in to the Hellfire Gala. Richter hates parties, even the nice ones. And with Captain Britain's return to a changed world, this one is looking to be not so nice. Excalibur's earth-shattering Hellfire Gala issue will change Krakoan diplomacy forever. Main cover over there on the far left is by Mahmoud Asrar. The character design variant right here by me, which is going to be a landscape cover, is by Marcus Toe. And there is a Russell Dodderman connecting cover over there on the far left as well that'll put all, I think there's 12 or 13 issues of these guys together with some pretty cool costume designs. So there you go. There is Excalibur number 21. Next from Marvel, tying in to Heroes Reborn, we have Heroes Reborn Night Gwen number 1, just a one-shot. Introducing Nightbird. By day, Dr. Gwendolyn Stacy is Ravencroft Asylum's leading psychiatrist, Harley Quinn. But by night, she dons the guise of the vigilante known as Nightbird. But how did this happen? Why did this happen? And what does Kyle Richmond, the Nighthawk, have to do with it? There may not be any time to find out, because Nightbird must hunt down a new killer called the Jackal. Main cover over there on the far left is by David Nakayama. The variant cover right here beside me is by Takeshi Miyazawa. Again, it's just a one-shot, $4.99 for Heroes Reborn Night Gwen number 1. I guess you can just tack whatever adjective it is onto Gwen, and then you've got Spider-Gwen, you've got Night Gwen, Gwen. Also this week, another Heroes Reborn one-shot that's a tie-in. Heroes Reborn Squadron Savage number 1. Elektra leads a team of the world's deadliest heroes and villains, with all of reality hanging in the balance. There are some threats that require a more savage approach than the Squadron Supreme of America can offer. For those missions, the Department of Defense has put together a team consisting of Elektra, the Punisher, Crossbones, Cloak, and the enigmatic Murder Hornet. I don't know. I guess last year's faux post-COVID apocalypse bearer, the Murder Hornet, made its way into the comics. I'm assuming that that's a play on the Wasp, but kudos, Marvel, for you putting Murder Hornet in a comic book. They must fight their way through a team of superpowered terrorists known as the Redeemers, if they don't kill one another first. Prepare for twists, turns, double crosses, and action aplenty. Cover A on the far left over there is by Steven Segovia. Cover B right here beside me, featuring Murder Hornet right there front and center, is by David Blatt. Okay? War of the Bounty Hunters continues this week in Bounty Hunters number 13. The Wookiee always wins. Hot on the trail of Boba Fett, Bellerit Valance and Dengar run into a rather large obstacle in the mighty Chewbacca. Will Taonga escape the trap set by a mysterious organization out to upend the underworld? And who is the figure in the shadows hunting them all? The main cover on the far left there is by Giuseppe Camuncoli. This week starts the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant right here beside me by Mr. Chris Sprouse. And then we have a Pride variant cover right there by Jacopo Camangi, right there, Bounty Hunters number 13. So 3 available covers for that issue. Okay? Next from Marvel comes Web of Spider-Man number 1 of 5. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, scientist, Troublemaker? Thanks to none other than Tony Stark, a new scientific research station for the teenage heroes of the Marvel Universe has just been completed. And Spider-Man just got an invitation to join, working alongside some of your favorite faces from the Marvel Universe and a whole bunch of awesome new gadgets. And with Iron Man keeping an eye on them, surely everything's going to go great for the heroes, right? Right? Face front, true believers, and treat yourself to this first issue in an adventure of the Worldwide Engineering Brigade. Main cover over there on the far left is by Guru Hiru, and the attraction variant cover, I don't know what that means, beside me. So that's, you got the tower. Maybe this is a thing in Disneyland? I don't know, because you've got the Guardians Tower there in the background. Maybe there's the Worldwide Engineering Brigade that's a Disneyland attraction, so I don't know. But the attraction variant right there is by Rob DeSalvo. They are both $3.99. Okay. Finally, from Marvel, we've got X-Men number 21 and a tie-in to the Hellfire Gala. The Heroes of Krakoa debut. So pay attention, kids. It's a changing of the guard as the first X-Men team of Krakoa debuts. One era ends as a new one begins, and the handoff happens right here. Main cover by Lionel Francis Yu over there on the far left. The character design variant beside me is by Lucas Wernick. Look at Colossus right there in the middle, looking like a pimp. There's also a connecting variant cover over there by Russell Dodderman, and beside me here is the Pride Month variant featuring Mystique by Phil Jimenez. I forgot, there's one more. We've got a Spider-Man Villains variant by Emanuela Lupacino. Everybody doing their favorite head and hand pose. Head and hand pose. So 5 covers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for X-Men 21. This is also of note, this is the last issue of X-Men before the debut of the new ongoing series that will not be written by Jonathan Hickman. I think Jerry Duggan is on board to write the new series. So last issue of X-Men right here, issue number 21. Okay? From Boom Studios this week comes Good Luck number 1 of 5. What if luck was quantifiable and something everyone was born with? Not me. Everyone except the unfortunates. That's me. Teenagers born with absolutely zero luck. Now, with the world mysteriously plunged into chaos and reality itself threatened, those unfortunates will be our only hope to save the world. Our last hope is those with no chance of success. The only thing anyone can wish them is good luck, hence the title of the series. A bold new original series for fans of Seven Secrets and Runaways from Matthew Ehrman and Stefano Simeone about defying fate against impossible odds. Here's the kicker, right? So those 2 images that are over there beside me are both covers to number 1. Number 1 is going to ship with a 50-50 intermix with the A cover by Jorge Corona over there on the left and the B cover right here beside me by Gerald Perel. So we can't get you the one that you want, but we can kind of. I don't know. It's so frustrating because we've got, Jorge being a friend of the store. We're gonna have a lot of people that want the Jorge Corona cover. So I guess as a consolation prize, the B cover is going to be a foil version of the Jorge Corona cover. So it'll be $1 more than cover price. But there is a if you want to guarantee that you get a copy of the Jorge cover, you can order the B foil cover, which is going to have his same artwork over there. A cover, $1 less, but it's going to be, if I order 50 copies, we're going to get 25 of the Jorge and 25 of the Gerald Perel, and they're going to be mixed one after the other. So, yeah, that's how that works. Okay, kids? Next from Boom, we've got Something is Killing the Children, number 17. I think 16 was just on FOC last week or the week before. I don't know, man. It's all happening so fast. What turned young Erica into the monster hunter she is today? Discover Erica Slaughter's true origin as she is further initiated into the House of Slaughter. So we're getting kind of an origin story in issues 16 and 17. But will she be sorted into the prestigious White Room or the dreaded Black Room with her new nemesis, Aaron? Cover A, over there, the only cover, is by Werther Dell'Edera, the interior artist for the series. But check this out, kids. Cover B is a glow-in-the-dark cover by Oscar Yildirim. I don't have an image for it, but it sounds like it's going to be super freaking cool. Okay, A cover by Werther Dell'Edera, B cover, no image, glow-in-the-dark, Oscar Yildirim. Okay? From Ablaze this week with a plethora of covers for your perusure. We've got Space Pirate Captain Harlock, number 1. From the legendary Leiji Matsumoto, along with Jerome Alikwe, I don't know, comes an epic new story. Set within the timeline of the original series, this brand new Captain Harlock adventure marks the beginning of a new story arc. Planet Earth is threatened by an upcoming invasion of this Silverdres. I don't know. I didn't watch this as a kid, so I don't know. And despite being banished as a pirate, Captain Harlock won't give up trying to save the world. This time, the source of danger comes directly from Earth, not outer space. A team of scientists discover a Silverdres mausoleum. I don't know. I quit. Where they find information about terrifying genetic manipulations and a destructive power capable of either providing the Silverdres, why do they keep using that word in the thing, with immortality or putting an end to their civilization. The unprecedented cold spell hitting Earth might only be a taste of what this new enemy has in store. Will Captain Harlock and his crew manage to solve this mystery and save the Earth from yet another menace? Okay, here we go. So cover A on the far left is by Derek Chu. Cover B, right here beside me, is by Kendrick Lim. Cover C, over there on the far left, is by Larix Lai. Cover D, right here beside me, is by Yannick Paquette. Cover E on the far left is by Miguel Mercado. Cover F, right here, is by Andy Tong. Cover G, over there, is by, I don't remember any of the names, I apologize, Jerome Alikwe. And there is a blank, but the blank is $10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open to order covers for Space Pirate Captain Harlock number 1. There you go. Okay? From Dynamite this week comes Dynamite Lives number 1. The hit series returns because you can't kill a never-ending horde of zombies. That's just the truth, kids. You can only hope to beat the crap out of them. After tragically losing their first chosen one against the zombie plague, Vampirella, Miss Fury, and what remains of the Project's superpowers look for a new savior. But Ash Williams is an even more reluctant Deadite hunter than usual. This time, the Army of Darkness has ray guns, superpowers, and a brilliant new general, Evil Sonya, who takes her role of Queen of Hell quite seriously. So here you go, kids. Now, Dynamite's dropping Ash and the Army of Darkness into the whole Dynamite universe with some awesome covers. So on the far left there, you've got cover A by Lucio Perillo. Cover B right here beside me, Zombie Master Arthur Suydam. Cover C over there on the far left is by Joe Linsner. Cover D right here, again with Ash, is by Dave Acosta. Cover E, Lady Sonya is the cosplay cover. And then we have, of course, the blank for Dynamite Lives, number 1. Okay? Also from Dynamite this week. Last week we had Vampirella 1992. This week we've got Red Sonja 1982. Just a one-shot. A mysterious killer, an android from the future, hunts the legendary mercenary from the past, Terminator. AI meets magic in a story that takes us where else? Hollywood, Beverly Hills, and the City of Angels. Amy Chu returns to pen this gnarly one-and-done action-filled issue that will totally take you back to the summer of 1982. It's an epic struggle between good and evil, mohawks and perms, new wave and heavy metal, written by Amy Chu with interior art by Eric Blake. Cover A on the far left over there is by Danny Strips. Cover B right here beside me is by Jonathan Broxton, and cover C right there is the cosplay cover, not Wonder Woman, Red Sonja, 1982. Okay? From Aftershock this week, we've got Bunny Mask #1. This one's weird. I don't know. A new horror series from the creator of the Eisner-nominated Colder, Mr. Paul Tobin. If you haven't read Colder, fantastic. Sealed in a cave before the dawn of man, released by a crazed madman, Bunny Mask walks our world once more. But for what dark purpose does she use her unnatural powers? And what's her connection to Bea Foster, a young girl murdered by her father 14 years ago? In order to save his life and his sanity, one man will have to discover the truth of what waits behind the Bunny Mask. Writer Paul Tobin from Colder and artist Andrea Moody, who's currently doing Maniac of New York and did Hellblazer, unleash an eons-old legend upon an unsuspecting world, one that'll make your most horrific nightmare feel like a walk in the park. I don't know what to say about this. It's weird and bizarre and horror, but it's a black bunny mask. No say. Cover A and cover B right here are both by Andrea Moody, and they are $4.99. Okay? Finally, from Archie this week comes the Archie 80th Anniversary Everything's Archie #1 one-shot. The first issue in an all-new series of 80th Anniversary one-shots. Finally, Archie declares his true love, and it is to a very expensive guitar. So Archie picks up a few extra jobs to make some cash. What could go wrong? Spies, TV execs, tech warfare, nothing in Riverdale will ever be the same again. No place is safe when everything's Archie. 4 covers for your perusal this week. We've got the A cover on the far left over there by Dan Parent. The B cover right here beside me is by Ben Caldwell. Cover C on the far left up there is by, oh, sorry, my mouse is going crazy, by Ryan Gonzalez. And cover D right there beside me is by Aaron Lopresti. Everything is Archie #1, just a one-shot. All right, kids, that brings us to our subsequent print speculation section, brought to you by our friend Oscar.
Hey, bro, are you second prints?
Yes, we do have some second prints, Oscar. This is a little segment where we highlight subsequent printings, maybe second, maybe third, maybe fourth, that are on FOC to make sure that you know and you're aware of all the books. Because a lot of times when these things come out, they're smaller print runs than the original series, and they may be more expensive immediately on the secondary market. So, to start us off, Mad Cave coming out of the gates with Nottingham #1, 4th print, Nottingham #2, 3rd print, and Nottingham #3, 2nd print, all on FOC on Monday. So if you missed out, and you missed out on the subsequent prints that have been hitting little by little, come and get some more. It's a 5-issue miniseries, so I don't know how many printings that maybe we'll get a 5th print and 5 issues. It's crazy. From Marvel, here we go. None of these books had images when I typed this up last night. We've got Beta Ray Bill #2, 2nd print, Black Widow #6, 2nd print, which has the debut of a new character in it. Heroes Reborn #1, 2nd print. Here we go. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha #1 with a 2nd print. The Marvels #1, 2nd print, and Venom 34 with the 2nd print. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, all with second printings, all on FOC this Monday from Marvel. Okay. Finally, we've got our Who Does #2 Work For segment. So check this little clip out.
Who does #2 work for? Who does #2 work for?
That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
Show that turd. That's me, who's boss, by telling me what comics you want to order. So here's the dilemma, right? Second prints are always under-ordered because sometimes the first print heats up because of speculation. Sometimes, retailers or publishers offer extended discounts or maybe returnability, so we order up so that we can find the ceiling for the sales for issue #1. There's generally never anything like that for issue number 2. So we chop our numbers down. We look at how many copies sold off the rack versus how many people are subscribed to the title, and basically make an estimated guess. And so that's why I try to draw attention to the second issues of some of these things that you maybe have picked up, maybe you had a chance to read. If you enjoyed it, you can add it to your subscription, or you can at least pull a copy of whichever cover that you'd like so that you have something else to read. So starting off, we've got AWA with Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, number 2 of 8. This is written by Garth Ennis with interior art by Goran Sudzuka. She's Marjorie Finnegan. She's a temporal criminal. What more do you need to know? Oh, all right, then. All Marge wants to do is race up and down the time lanes, stealing every shiny, gleamy, pretty sparkly she can lay her hands on. But her larcenous trail from the Big Bang to the 95th Reich has drawn the beady eye of the temporal PD, whose #1 deputy marshal is now hard on our heroine's tail and taking things extremely personally. Worse still, Marge's worthless creep of an ex and his even scummier partner have seen an angle of their own in all this and now intend to use her time tech to change history for their own benefit. Marge's only ally is a guy called Tim, and he's just ahead. I mean, come on, what use is just ahead? Cover A on the far left over there is by Andy Clark. Cover B right here beside me is by Dan Panosian. So 2 options for Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, number 2. From Boom this week, this one came out last week, we've got Eve, number 2 of 5. Will Eve escape the remnants of New York City in order to save her father and restore life to a dying planet? Accompanied by Wexler, her little robot teddy bear, Eve must stay one step ahead of the mutants stalking them who want to consume them. But when they're separated, she will discover that there are things even more terrifying in this new wasteland. Main cover over there on the far left is by Ario Anindito. Excuse me. There is a B cover by Mirka Andolfo, but unfortunately it is in bold, so I did not have the image at the time that I wrote this up last night. So Eve, number 2 of 5. From DC, we've got Future State Gotham, number 2. Tragedy has brought Gotham City to its knees. Countless people are dead, seemingly at the hands of the next Batman. Gotham demands justice, and Red Hood has vowed to answer their call, even if that means beating his way through Nightwing and the rest of the Bat family to do it. Cover A over there on the far left is by Ladrone. Cover B right here beside me is by Mr. Derek Chu. 2 awesome options for Future State Gotham, number 2. Next from DC, we've got Justice League Last Ride, number 2. The League needs to prevent galactic upheaval by protecting a ruthless killer, and the only way to do that is to visit the scene of their greatest failure. But can Superman ignore the ghosts of the past to do what's needed? Cover A on the far left is by Derek Robertson. Cover B right here beside me, featuring Lobo. You think he's that ruthless killer? By In Hyuk Lee, $3.99, $4.99. I have to reiterate that this is written by Chip Zdarsky, so make sure you check it out. We automatically pulled a copy of number 1 for everybody who is subscribed to Justice League. It's in your box. It came out yesterday. If you want it, cool. If not, no harm, no foul, but please let us know if you would like to order a copy of number 2. Wonder Woman's in her Golden Eagle armor too, which is cool. Finally, from Image, The Good Asian, number 2 of 9. The Chinatown noir keeps flipping the genre on its head as Edison Hark comes face to face with a killer and more suffering, lust, and soul than he'd ever imagine in Chinatown. Cover A on the far left is by Dave Johnson. Cover B right here beside me is by Annie Wu. They are both $3.99. And that's it, kids. That is the show. The last little bit that we leave you with is the entire list of all of the things that are on FOC this Sunday for DC or Monday for everybody else. And the way that you can use this list, especially the Diamond list, not so much the DC list, if you want to say, all right, let's take a look and see if we possibly have the glow-in-the-dark cover. I doubt it. So the rules for the publishers is they have to have all this info to Diamond by Friday morning. And it's Thursday. So we're trying to do this ahead of the game to give you guys extra time to look through this list and order the books that you want to order. But you can use this over the weekend to copy your item code here, open that up in a new tab, paste that right there in the search bar, press enter. The very first listing that comes up is the previewsworld.com listing for Something is Killing the Children number 17. I'm sorry that the screen is so offset. We're going to click on that link, and no. This is the previewsworld.com, which is the consumer-facing site from Diamond Comics that you can go through and look at all of this stuff that we've went over today and check it periodically over the course of the weekend to see if an image manifests right here. I try to update the blog post too, but I don't know that a lot of people will go back to look through it. Let's try a different one. Okay, so we're going to close this one. How about, what else were we missing this week? IDW. How about, let's look at one of the second printings from Marvel. Let's look at the Star Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha #1 second print, which if I scroll down, there's our item code. Again, we're going to copy that sucker. We're going to open a new tab, paste that sucker into the search bar. There's the previewsworld.com listing for it. Still no image. So we're a little early on this one. But like I said, keep looking through here. Let me go back to the list. You can keep looking through this massive list all weekend long. There you see all the covers for Space Pirate Captain Harlock. There's our Nottingham second prints, etc. Use this list to your advantage. And let us know. Let us know what you'd like to order. Like this one. I didn't even talk about this one. Heart-Shaped Tears one-shot. Probably should have looked that sucker up. What is Heart-Shaped Tears? Let's take a peek. It's $24.99, so it sounds like it. Okay, so it's a Silver Sprocket book. $25 Silver Sprocket book. But again, you can go through this list just like I did there. Use those item codes to your advantage. Take a look at them on the previewsworld.com listing. And then make sure you go to our Facebook page, find the Facebook post about all of the titles that are on FOC, and comment there if you would like to pull an item, which means we're just going to order you that one particular item with the cover, the quantity, and the title that you would like. Or sub with a title, and we will add that series to your subscription so that you don't miss out on any future issues. So that's how it works. That's the name of the game. My name is John. Thanks for watching the video with me. Make sure you check out it. We'll be live tonight on Facebook from 5 to 7 with our Thursday night stream sale. So come back for seconds with that, and be safe out there, kids. Have a good time. I'm John. We'll see you around. Have a good one.